Hi, this is James Page for Soldier Modernisation here at Eurosatory 2026 on the Soucy stand. I'm going to talk to two venerable gentlemen who are going to tell us a bit more about what you guys do. And Kevin Sloan, we're going to come to you shortly, but I'm going to start with Gabriel Lalonde because we're standing in front of the actual product here. This is CRT. Tell me what CRT is and what's so special about it.
Yeah, so CRT stands for Composite Rubber Track, which is an assembly of different types of materials that we put on in the track. So we have rubber. There's some composite fiber in the track, and we also have metal reinforcements, either in the drive lug or in the rest of the track to add rigidity on the track. So first, that's pretty much what we have. The alternative, if we're not using this, is a steel track, which has some downsides compared to our solution.
And some of that would be, this is used in a whole lot of different situations. I've seen it on a wide range of vehicles, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have them in some ag products, industrial, and also defense as well. So a lot of benefits in all of those fields.
Kevin, if I can turn to you.
Sure.
What's really interesting is that we know how expensive defense can be, but actually using the CRT, you find it's actually saving money in some ways.
Yeah, we're pretty comparable when it comes to upfront costs when you're changing that system. When a vehicle's being built from the drawing board, you will either have a steel track or a rubber track, so the cost is pretty negative. When you start getting into a midlife upgrade, that's when you'll see an upfront cost. But actually, side by side, we're probably like 10% more expensive than a steel outright, but you're saving through life. So the life cycle savings that you get through 25, 30 years of rubber track outweighs that change because of those benefits that we're getting. And I think on the benefit side, that relationship with the cost savings are the spares. So rubber track itself will last for about 5,000 kilometers, depending on the system itself. Because of its drawbar pull efficiency and the efficiency of the track system itself, you're saving 30% in fuel. Well, there's an associated cost as well as an operational benefit from that. And then you've got the users themselves. They're not changing track pads. So there's a maintenance burden that we absolutely beat its counterpart steel tracks with. And that's why most people are starting to come our way.
Yeah, great. But that's because there's also the added benefits of low noise, low vibration at a building that's just inherent in the system.
Yeah, you'll have seen a lot in the press over various vehicles where noise and vibration, light weighting of vehicles is becoming really important. And I think on the noise and vibration point, we have an internal tooth system here on the sprocket. So that rubber connection really stops what we call track patter. So the sprocket on a steel track would hit the end connector of a steel track, and that really reverberates through the system itself. So that becomes airborne inside the system and becomes vibration against the human from noise and health. It becomes munitions, so the ammunition compaction through micro vibration, and it also means the systems themselves. So there's a life cycle side of that. They're lasting longer, but also there's a safety and health benefit to that as well.
Well, it must be a great benefit for the end users of that, but to be able to just, that's the last thing they need in the situation that they find themselves.
It's real assurance. You know, when you talk about 5,000 kilometers and then you compare that to a steel track system, you're changing a steel track pad every 600 kilometers, 800 kilometers. This has no maintenance to it. It's track tension and away you go. So track pads, there's a cost. Road wheels last longer, there's a cost. There's a maintenance burden on track pads when you change them. You know, that means soldiers and operations can concentrate on other things. Sometimes that just means sleep. But what you're giving back is you're giving back time to whatever the operational commander is, and that's really important from a strategic and operational benefit. And then flying those stocks in. If you've got a lot of ILS support, so the integrated logistics support, if you've got a lot of that, we call that a tooth to tail ratio on a crocodile. You know, the teeth being this end, logistics being the rest of it. All armored battle groups have a huge amount of logistics which follow them on the battlefield. There's no getting away from that. Rubber track shortens that. So A, commanders have less of a footprint. B, they save costs.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you both for that explanation, and thank you for taking some time to talk to us. I know it's been a busy day, and it's really pleasing to see you're getting lots of interest and lots of people coming to talk to you. So I'm glad we managed to sneak in and get a little bit of time to tell people about it, because I think people need to know. So thank you. Hope people will come and check you out. But Appreciate it talking to soldier modernisation. Thanks a lot.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much.